I just wanted to say, because I have a friend on Facebook, and I know she watches these videos as well, Jane, who said she was, I know she's a beautician at home, I think, if I'm correct, and she's, I think, did you say learning to do nails? And she does other bits, tanning and all different bits, and she's just been on a course for, you know, the individual lashes, which I did when Finn was not long after he was born, a couple of months, might have been 4 months old, I'm not really sure, but I went and did a nail course at the Hilton Hotel. It was just, I can't remember if it was a day or 2 days, and then I received a certificate at the end. Now, Jane was saying something on Facebook the other day about, I'm probably wrong at this, but she got this course and it was so much, and then to mark it, it was like so much, and then if you didn't, you know, if you didn't pass it, then you'd have to pay again, and then you'd have to get it marked again. It was so much, like something stupid like 70 odd quid, I don't know, but just seemed to be a lot of money, and even to get it marked was, you had to pay this much, this much, this much, and then I think she said something about, then the lady had put it on a spam thing or something. I don't know, it just sounded really dodgy. That, you know, my course was just one of them, because I think at the end of the day, people might agree or disagree, but I did my eyelash course, and I did practice after the eyelashes, and I had a head with the, I've got loads of individual lashes. I've still got them, they're up in the loft now, because I did start doing them because I thought it can bring good money in, you know, if you charge and you do well, blah blah blah, and it's an extra thing to beauty if you're doing beauty. And I also did tinting eyebrows and stuff like that. I did a few other things as well on these little courses that my nana helped me pay for, because I wanted a few different things. But I did do some lashes and people liked them, but it took ages. Like the first set took 4 hours, because obviously when you're first practicing, it's getting used to what you're doing, and you're a bit worried because it's near the eye area and this, that, and the other, and you can glue, you know, if you haven't properly put the tape underneath over the bottom lashes, the glue might stick to that, and then you've got to put stuff on them to glue remover to, you know, unprise that. It just scares me sometimes because it's in the eye area, and I know loads of people do it, and I did it once on a friend where I didn't necessarily stick the lashes to the bottom. It's just that I went to see my mum in Wales, and then I got a text saying she'd gone to A&E, and I was like, oh my god, like, you know, it's the eye area. All it was there was a little tiny hair of her lash, a little fine one that was probably growing in, very light. When I put the lash on top of the lash, it had pushed it down a little bit, so it started going in her eye and scratching her eye. But luckily, I said, when I get back, I'll, you know, have a look. So, because they told her to come back to the person who did it. So luckily, she came back. I saw it straight away. I have a lamp, the one that I use to sort of project a little bit light. I have a lamp with what do you call it, a magnifying glass in the middle. I could see it straight away, because that's probably what's happened. It's not because one of the lashes just fell in her eye, and all I had to do was put glue remover on it, remove that lash, and put another one on and make sure that lash wasn't sticking out, and it was fine after that, and that was that, which was good in a way, because you probably will get things like that sometimes with people's lashes or something like that, or one's twisted the other way or whatever. And I knew how to rectify it. I did it, and it was fine after that. She had no problems, but it did put me off a bit. But I'm not saying that to put you off. Don't let it put you off. All it really, to me, is if you've done a course, even if it's for a day or two, and you've got the basics down, basically all it is after that. I mean, you could go on a course forever doing eyelashes, but all you'd be doing on the course was practice, 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 and that is what it's all about. But if you haven't got one of these, I'll show you what I've got. Hang on. Right, I've just realised it's not in the salon, it's in the loft, because I've not been doing them, and I'm not going to go in the loft and go and get it. But basically, I have it looks like a head. You know, like on nails, you'll train on a nail trainer. On eyelashes, you have a head. When you go on a course, you have the head. Do you know what I mean? I've got one of them heads at home. So if you haven't got a person, or you're still a bit worried about practicing on real people, get the head off eBay. I think that's where I got it from. And you put lashes on. I like lashes that are sort of a bit. What sort of lashes were they? They were lashes anyway. You stick the lashes on, and then you place your lashes over the top, just to, you know, practice. So you could just keep practicing on that. And also the tweezers. Funny enough, I had these in the salon, because I got the major go, because I was going to have another go on it, but at the minute I'm just concerned about passing my nail course. At the minute I'm doing my nails and specialising in nails designing glitters and stuff like that, sculpted gel nails. I may do this in the end to bring a bit more money in. I may not. I don't know yet, but I'm just glad I've done the course because I can if I want to. But I'm not sure. I just sort of want to specialise in one area at the minute. But I've got these. Now, sometimes you get, I mean, these are a little bit shaped. Sometimes, you know, you get the straight ones and you have two straight ones and you're separating the lash and you're going in with the lash. What I found easier was, I'll show you. If I can remember, I've not done this for a long time. But I'd go in and separate the lashes with this. And then this one, which has a curve on it, I'd use that to pick the lash up. It's got a curve in it, so when you go in with the lash, I can't really explain it. You go in with the lash like that because you see the bend on it. If your lash was here, you've got a sort of a curve on it to your lash, if you know what I mean. I just found it easier with a straight one and a curly one. And then tell the truth, actually, yeah, a straight one and a curly one. I found it, because at first I had two straight ones, but I found it easier with the one with a bit of a bend on it. So when I was going in with the lash, if I had the person's head here, the head was facing that way, the lashes are here, I'm putting the lash in that way so it's in on a curve, if you know what I mean, because your lash is going on a curve. So that'd go in on a curve. I just found it a lot easier with these. I don't know where I got these from. They will be off eBay because that's where I got most of my stuff from. If you go in and just put, if you're doing lashes and you put in, I don't know, tweezers for lashes, you will find different ones. This just says active designs because I wanted pink ones because I like pink and I like anything if you can get pink bits. But basically, any course you're on, even a nail course, a lot of it is after you've done the course, it's just practice, practice, practice. And I guess you're always practicing because there's new things coming up in nails with designs and stuff like that. It's just about practice basically till you get comfortable with it, especially with eyes because it is in your eye. You don't want to, you know, blind anybody or anything. That's the only thing that scares me. Not that it puts me off, I just mean because it is so near your eye. So you have got to be careful because I've seen people come to me. The girl that came to me when I rectified her lashes, just that little lash that was sticking in, she come to me with big blobs of glue and she said she hardly had any lashes because what you've got to be careful of, individual lashes are individual lashes. They're one lash on top of your own lash. You shouldn't be loads of glue. Shouldn't really be able to see it. You know, you shouldn't be able to see it. I've seen loads of girls with blobs of glue down there. It shouldn't be like that because when the lashes start growing out, they do grow out a bit funny because some might grow out a bit quicker than the others. That's when they start going all a bit and they start twisting, which I hate that look, but, you know. They will naturally drop out when that lash drops out because they're on an individual lash. But if you've glued, I'm not talking about when you get a couple of lashes, three, and you're gluing three, two on one. I'm just talking about one lash on one lash on your lash. There shouldn't be any more stuck together because you put a blob of glue on and then the next one sort of stuck to it because that is going to pull that other lash out when that grows out. If it's not growing out at the same time, it's going to pull the other lash out. When you see girls with a lot of glue on there, and there's, you know, they probably had the party lashes, people call them, where they're like a cluster and they blobbed them on the load of glue. It shouldn't look like that. It should look quite natural, but they're the clusters. But the individual lash is one lash on one lash, and you only need a little bit of glue, and you just place it on, but not onto the skin. But don't worry about if you're doing it. You know, I think you said, Jane, that you were going to go and do another course that was a bit like what I've done, and then you get the certificate, and then basically you don't have to worry about it. You've got the certificate. Basically, all it is then is practice, practice, practice. I advise you to keep practicing on your head. Maybe do a few friends, you know. But like you said, you said something about putting your lash guards on that you didn't realise, and you put it underneath. Always make sure the lash guard is over the lashes at the bottom and it's comfortable for your client, because obviously if a little bit of glue did get there, maybe it'll stick on the lash guard, but it's not going to stick on the lash. You don't want any glue to come under and stick on your lashes, because you can remove the glue off the lashes and pull them apart sort of thing. It's a bit uncomfortable for your client and it's a bit annoying for yourself because it takes time, you know what I mean? So I may go back to them. I said I might try them again on Finn's Nana because I used to practice on her. I might see if I've got any quicker, if I still like it. If I'm thinking, well, I don't know, and I know it could bring money in, but I don't want to do something that I'm not really into and I'm just doing it for a bit of extra money. I'd rather concentrate on my nails and do the designs and get things in that way, if you know what I mean. But don't let it put you off if that's what you want to do, because you're adding more things like because you're a beautician and you're adding more things, you know, because a lot of girls have their eyelashes done and, you know, stuff like that, then go and do that. Even though I'm like, I've never had them done, or I've had them done. My sister's had them done. She had a complication with them once and she got a red eye, and I've never tried them because when I went out last night, I just put my little corner lashes on, and I love them because you pull them off. Because I know one thing, they can annoy you when they start going sparse and they need to get filled in and this, that, and the other. But don't let it put you off if that's what you want to add to your, you know, more things to your beauty salon. Just practice. It's just about practice. I think for the minute I'm just being a like, you know, I'm just being a nail salon specialising in the designs that I do because I quite like it. I haven't got really time to practice it, even though I've got certificates in there for lashes and a lash perm. That's good. That's easier than the lashes. The lash lift, which is like basically a lash perm. People say, oh, LVL or whatever they call it. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a lash lift. I went and did the course. It's a lash lift. That's just a name for some high-end whatever. It's still a lash lift at the end of the day. They used to do it on perming rods that were little round perming rods. Now they don't. They're like guards that you go over. I've got a certificate in that, and eyebrow tinting lashes, but I've done a few friends, and I can add that in if I want to do it. I'm just solely concentrating on nails because that's what I love at the minute. If I wanted to add them in, I can. People ask, I can if I want to, but I don't have to. But like I said, it's just practice, 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 Jane, and I'm sure you'll do it if you want to add that to your salon, and you'll get used to it. And the more you practice, the quicker you get, the better you get, you know, because that's with everything. It's just practicing. With everything, it's just practicing. If you're being put off with your nails at the minute, if you're on a course and it's doing your head in a little bit, have a little break. I've done it slowly, and that's what's good about Essential Nails course. You can do it over the time that you want to do it over. You can do a bit and then leave it for a bit and do a bit. That's what I did. I was determined I was going to do it quite quickly, but with finning everything, obviously, because I've got a child and the tantrums and things he has now, I thought I'd have done it a bit earlier, but I'm not bothered because I'm not in a rush. I don't have to be in a rush at the minute, but I want it done for when he goes to nursery in September, which, like I said, I've only got one hand to do, so I shouldn't be talking and I need to go and do it, but it's okay, you know? Not going to kill myself doing it, but yeah, I'll see you soon. I hope that helped. Bye.